Alex Sigman, how are you? Thank you, congratulations. To all of you, Alex was my very good neighbor and went to the same school with me in Chicago. Never did we dreamt that I would be in this position as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Alex will be a successful businessman from Belarus to bring about a very successful collaboration and bilateral relationship that will promote economic prosperity and future of our two countries. Alex, thank you very much for everything. I believe our university will be very, very proud that we are doing this here today. We are proud for what you are doing.
Some people said Bola Tinubu is not his name. Nobody knows his birth date for sure. Nobody knows who his parents are for sure. There are all kinds of questions.
And that didn't bother you at the time?
It did bother me because I know my name, I know my parents, I know my birth date, I have classmates, okay, and there are no questions about whether I graduated from Ahmed Bello University or not, okay. Bola Tinubu was never someone I was close to, even in the party, because in the party I was a Buhari boy. Bola has his boys.
I see all these videos where they fly all over social media concerning our president's results and all those things. We don't know whether this country will be better. Our dear President Tinubu, I didn't even know where he brought this particular man from, and he said that was classmate or schoolmate, whatever he just said there. Do you get? Now, this particular man you are seeing here, oh my God, his age, you know, Diggers Association went and did this man's history and found that this man, 10 years old, when Tinubu claimed that he was in this University of Chicago, this man was 10 years old. And Tinubu is 73 years old compared to this man. This man is 56 or 57 years old, according to the Diggers Association of Nigeria. Because people were arguing that it might be his schoolmate. Not really, he didn't say he's a classmate. But this particular man you guys are seeing like that, Tinubu claimed that his classmate or schoolmate or wherever or however he, put it, this man was arrested before because he was dealing in he was dealing in gun or whatever. So they arrested him. When you watch the video, you will see where they arrested this man. So now, how is it possible that somebody is 73 years old against 53 years old being the same schoolmate or classmate? Is it possible? You guys should just calculate this. Is it this country called, I don't know, this country is just built on lies. Built on lies. Allegedly, people said that our president forged his results. He didn't go to any university. According to them, I was not there. But for our president now coming out to bring this particular man and claim that this man classmates, honestly, it doesn't rhyme in any way. When you calculate it, when Tinubu claimed or when Tinubu was in university, this particular man was 10 years old. This particular man is 56 years old or 58 years old. So when Tinubu was in university, this man was 10 years old. So how would 10 years old child will be in university? Even if they say that child is genius, do you think 10 years old will be in university? 10 years old. Even if that child is a genius. Okay, so people are like, it's not possible. Let me read what our first online doctor said. He said, some food for thought. Bola Tinubu is 73 years old. The one they told us, right? Alex Sigman, his classmate, is 58 years old. Tinubu said Alex was his classmate. According to his own certificate, which he got from street vendors. Emoji, laugh emoji. Bola Tinubu attended Chicago State University from 1977 to 1979. This is where it gets interesting. In 1977, Alex Sigman, who Tinubu calls his classmates today, was only 10 years old. So how come Alex, a 10 years old boy, have been Tinubu's classmate in Chicago State University? Good question. Even in lying, this man is incompetent. Chai, we are finished as a country. Honestly, we are finished as a country. How can a president came out and just make this kind of... Let me just put it that way. Now, according to the Diggers Association of Nigeria, they dig the history of this man, Alex, that Tinubu came out and presented as his classmate. But some gullible people are still talking rubbish that he can be his schoolmate. He didn't say he's a classmate. Even as his schoolmate, this kind of man, is Tinubu supposed to associate himself with this kind of person? When Diggers Association of Nigeria, when they're digging to know what this man or who this man is, they found out that this man, like I said before, has been arrested because he was dealing on gun. Yes. Now, how can a president associate himself with that kind of person? The kind of person they have arrested before. And how can he just wake up in the morning? Does he think that he's dealing with stupid people? It's because whatever thing they say, Nigeria will just keep quiet. Normal Nigeria, they will just keep quiet. They will just be, going on with those things. They think they keep on lying to Nigerians. Not that people have woken, they know what is going on. How can, even if they say schoolmates, how can a 10 years old boy be in university? Even if that 10 years old boy is a genius, didn't go primary school, how can a 10 years old boy be in university? Even if people are claiming that Tinubu did not say he's his classmate, his schoolmate, how can 10 years old boy be in university? You see, if they lie, more than just they lie the one where EF here. And people where they cover up, if they cover up, Muna just cover up with una sense, with una brain. Muna calculate before they cover up. Because sometimes when they cover up nonsense. How can, is it, one thing you guys should know, this country has been built. The country has been built on lies. Yes, the president knows that even if people later find out the truth, nothing will happen. Allegedly because he has bought the judiciary. He tells them what to do. So nothing will happen. If you like, take him to court, nothing will happen. Because we don't have people that will stand up and said, this thing was judged accordingly or the way it's supposed to be judged. No. It has been bought, allegedly, for us to just wake up in 2077 and call a spade. If not, to be honest with you guys, this thing we are experiencing as a country now is going to be worse if we didn't wake up in 2027. Now, look at what Erofai is saying. The former FCC minister. I think he was once Kaduna State governor. I can't remember. Now he's claiming that he doesn't have any relationship with Tinubu. Tinubu is not his friend. Come on. Is this in politics play or something? Because he's not in APC again. Do you remember all those videos that was flying when Tinubu that said you must do this, you must, trying to give him, appoint him for something? I think they did not give him. Because I think that's where the problem started, if I'm not mistaken. Please put me right if you know what happened. I think he has problem with them. What they promised him, they didn't give it to him or they gave it to another person. I think that's how this problem started before he decided to just leave APC. Now he's claiming that Mr. President is not his friend and they don't have anything. Before I allow people to just watch the video, watch all the things that he said in this video. Remember when we are dancing, eating, jolly with these people? Then they were your friends or you don't have them as a friend. But now you are just against Tinubu. You are against Tinubu's government. You are against Tinubu's certificate. my God. When people were talking about, when Atiku was lamenting about this certificate, where were you? What did you do? You didn't do anything. You are just, you follow them. So why are you complaining now? I say it. It will touch everybody one by one. It will get to that person. If it didn't get to you in this tenor, if you guys allow him to, it will get to everybody one after the other. So you don't need to come out and tell us that Tinubu is not your friend. Everybody knows that you die, all these things, you jolly with them. So it's not because what they promised you, allegedly they did not give it to you. That's why you said they are not your friends. You see how this country just doing. If it's a country that know what they are doing with all these lies, they will just tell him to step aside. He will step aside. But nobody is saying it. No, I'm not even blaming our dear president. I'm not even blaming him much. It's not people I'm blaming. It's USA, whatever, judiciary or government or whatever, that refused to bring out the results, because they told us 11th May, if I'm not mistaken, or 11th March, they are going to bring out everything that concerns Tinubu's certificates, university certificate, and everything. Till then, they did not bring anything. After making that noise, till then, they didn't bring anything. Whether they shut their mouth up in a way they used to do it, nobody knows. Or they decided not to do it. Or Tinubu has danced to their tune, because USA, you must dance to their tune. Maybe he has danced to their tune. Now he decided to just keep it and not to bring it. So all this thing that is happening here, the only thing I can tell people before I allow you to watch what Erofai said here, everybody should wake up in 2027. But if we decided to sleep as we slept before and allow everything to swept under the carpet, as usual, 2027, all this we're expressing now is going to be sweet more than 2027. Let me just allow people to just listen to what Erofai said here.
Some people said Bola Tinubu is not his name. Nobody knows his birth date for sure. Nobody knows who his parents are for sure. There are all kinds of questions.
And that didn't bother you at the time?
It did bother me, because I know my name, I know my parents, I know my birth date, I have classmates, okay, and there are no questions about whether I graduated from Ahmed Bello University or not, okay. All those questions were there about about Tinubu. Bola Tinubu was never someone I was close to, even in the party, because in the party I was a Buhari boy. Bola has his boys, Buhari had his boys. We are Buharists, no apologies. So Bola Tinubu never really liked me. We never really got along. The person that I got along with was Baba Akande, and I was his deputy national secretary. We were among the first leaders of the party. As far as I was concerned, once Bola Tinubu got the ticket of the party, it was my duty as a party man to do my best to deliver him in Kaduna, and wherever I see that there is a potential problem that I can solve to ensure his election, I will do that. Is he perfect? No. For me, the question was, he was governor of Lagos. Yes? How did he govern Lagos? He governed Lagos in a very inclusive manner. He had an Igbo guy as a commissioner. He had another Hausa man from Daura as one of his special advisors. In Lagos, in 1999, that was almost unique. He ran an inclusive government. After winning the elections with the Agberos and all that, he went and got the Cardosos, Wale Eduns, Yemi Osinbanjos from the private sector to come and help him run the government. So he did a decent job in governing Lagos. That's the only thing we know about him as far as governing is concerned. You know, Charles, every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future, okay? The way I looked at it is, well, look, he did a decent job in Lagos. Lagos has improved. You can't deny that. He laid a foundation. Many people have issues about how he held on to Lagos and so on and so forth. But the place is improving. If he can do half of that on a pan-Nigeria level, this country will move forward. So I said, look, he's the candidate of the party. I will support him. I will do everything to ensure he wins. So that's my explanation.
Right.
Now, fast forward.
He's failed you.
Fast forward.
As you
He
said.
has. Look, the one thing I was almost confident President Tinubu would do would be to have a competent team, solid people. look at his cabinet. It's a joke. The largest cabinet in Nigeria's history, maybe there are 5 ministers that can be called ministers in the time I was minister, which was 20 years prior. Okay? Who is the Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala in that cabinet? Who is the Obi Ezekwesili? There is just no quality. As I said, apart from about 5
you could ask the same question. Yeah. Who is the Nasir El-Rufai?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to go to that level. Well, Tinubu is determined to make this election look as if it is settled. It is not. They are giving the impression through defections and so on as if, this is set. It is not. We know. Okay? It is not. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, I have looked at the numbers, I've looked at the trends of elections. President Tinubu has no pathway to win. He cannot win. In fact, you'd be lucky if he is third. He has assessed others based on 1 year. He has assessed others in the past. You see, the beauty of the 21st century is there is an audit trail of what you have said or done. When Jonathan was president and Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu tweets then, as far as security is concerned, the buck stops at the president's desk. You bring that out to him and show him when he tries to say, governor, go and fix your security problem. No, the governor cannot fix security problems because defense, police, security is exclusively federal. As governors, we were chief security officers only in name. Okay, so don't outsource security to the states. Fix it. Hire more boots on the ground. Equip them, retool them, and so on. And Charles, for the last 12 months or up to 18 months, every month, 100 billion naira is deducted from the Federation account and sent to the security agencies. Why is there no improvement? In 2024, over 2.2 million Nigerians were abducted. 615,000 were killed. Is Nigeria at war? These numbers are worse than the 8 years of Buhari. In 1 year. This is data from Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. So it's government data. I'm not quoting something out of the air. So that 100 billion that goes out every month from Federation account without appropriation by the National Assembly, by the way, without appropriation by the state assemblies, because part of the money belongs to the states. So each state assembly is supposed to appropriate that part. So the entire deduction and expenditure is unconstitutional. It's an impeachable offense. But it has been going on for more than 15 months from the last time I checked. So where has that 1.5 trillion gone? What is it being used for? Why is the security situation just getting worse? Why is the government asking communities to protect themselves? Look,
well,
President Tinubu's government has failed woefully. Look, beyond, if you asked me in 2022 or 2023 when we were campaigning that things will ever be this bad, I would say that you are mentally ill. I have not made any decision about what position to run for. For me...
But you're thinking about it?
Frankly, yeah. I'm thinking about it. We are discussing with many people. Even in the coalition, we discussed that. But I have not made any firm decision. For me, priority number 1, okay, is to get a person that will improve the quality of governance in Nigeria. If the quality of governance in Nigeria is improved, I will thrive. I will do well. Okay? I have an address. I have a profession. I have capabilities. I don't need to be in politics. I don't need to be in public service to thrive. So first order of business is to have a country that is well run, where the resources are applied, where people have a great opportunity to realize their potential. So for me, that's number 1. Okay? That person also should be able to defeat President Tinubu, because